Good morning, everyone. This is Father Nate, missionary priest in Italy. Today is December 5th of 2025, and we are celebrating Friday of the first week of Advent. Today's Gospel comes to us from the Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 9, verses 27 through 31. As Jesus passed by, two blind men followed him, crying out, "Son of David, have pity on us." When they entered the house, the blind men approached him. And Jesus said to them, "Do you believe that I can do this?" "Yes, Lord," they said to him. Then he touched their eyes and said, "Let it be done for you according to your faith." And their eyes were opened. Jesus warned them sternly, "See that no one knows about this." But they went out and spread word of him through all that land. Today's Gospel recounts the fulfillment of Isaiah's prophecy that we heard in the first reading. And out of gloom and darkness, the eyes of the blind shall see. Now, there are three details in the Gospel that call our attention. First, the fact that Jesus doesn't heal the blind men right away. As he's passing by, the blind men call out, and they follow Jesus until he enters the house. It's at that point that they make their approach, and Jesus speaks to them. But before that, there's some length of time where Jesus is walking, and they're following him. Second, even after entering the house, Jesus doesn't heal the men without first asking them if they believe that he can heal them. When they reply yes, for the first time in the Gospels, Jesus touches the eyes of the blind and they are opened. And thirdly, oddly enough, Jesus warns them not to say anything. The word that's used here is very strong, and it means literally to snort like an angry horse. It's very powerful. So what do these three details do? Well, they all emphasize the importance of faith. Jesus doesn't answer the blind men right away. And yesterday's gospel reminded us that it's not enough simply to cry out for Jesus. We only find Jesus when we seek him wholeheartedly, leaving everything behind for him. This is like the prophet Jeremiah says, "When you look for me, you will find me. Yes, when you seek me with all your heart, I will let you find me." It's Jeremiah 29, 13 and 14. The blind men ventured down the path after Jesus, which meant leaving behind the security of what they knew. We can ask ourselves, are we willing to do the same? Now, secondly, Jesus asks if the blind men believe he can heal them. So implicit in that question, too, he's asking if they believe Jesus is willing to heal them. Faith in God's power does us no good if we don't believe that he's willing to use it. Faith embraces the mercy and the fatherly love of God along with his power. So we can ask ourselves, do we believe in both God's power and his love and mercy? Lastly, there's any number of reasons for Jesus' command to keep the miracle quiet. Now, some fathers, like St. Jerome, have suggested it was out of humility. Others, like St. Hilary, because it wasn't their task to preach. And others because it would have been better for those men to live as changed men, rather than to proclaim it with their mouths. In other words, to give an example with their lives. In the end, we can't know for certain what Christ's motive was, but we do know that it was what was best for those men. Our faith, then, must be rooted in Christ, so as to follow him in whatever he asks, be it through means of our superiors, our families, anything, even when it seems difficult to understand. The fact that it's Christ asking us should be enough. Today, then, we can ask ourselves about how solid our faith is in Christ, and pray through the intercession of Mary, the Mother of Faith, for the grace to seek Christ wholeheartedly, to trust in his goodness, and to follow his will, no matter what it is.
If you found this video fruitful, please feel free to share it with a friend, a family member, or if you would like to learn more about our missionary priests throughout the world and how to support them, please visit IVE.org. Thank you for watching, and God bless.